Doc, how do these interlocking issues of medical and cultural weights impact women's mental health and life choices as far as sexual and reproductive health is concerned?
Yeah, thank you very much for this discourse. It's a very important one. Yes, it does in a way affect women a lot. And then for people who are bosses in the offices, you will know that occasionally some of your very high performing staff might just at some point derail. In a way, you'll be wondering what's going on. And then if you're not the understanding type of leader, you might punch them unnecessarily without looking at the background and attendant things that are happening. Like you mentioned, society has already labeled women based on their biological clock, the so-called biological clock, which means within the period of time they're supposed to have children. Otherwise, when they attain menopause, it becomes extremely difficult or impossible to have a baby, except through surrogacy. So, and that's why a lot of pressure has been put on the woman, even from the home. You will see the male child and the female child. The mother will be telling the girl, won't you get married? I want to have my grandchildren. When I was your age, I was already married and started producing you people. So please go find me a good husband. The pressure is both on the man and the woman, but more on the young women. Because the young men will say, well, I'm not financially sustainable. I don't have a financially sustainable job that will make me be able to take care of my family if I get married now. So but the woman is assumed that the woman should be taken care of by her husband. So that pressure is there. That's the first set of pressure that comes to the woman. And I can tell you, especially for young girls who have gone to the school, especially the universities, and they have now set their eyes to plan a career for themselves, that could be a lot of pressure and distraction for them. They will now be wondering, what should I focus my life on? Is it to get a life partner or focus on advancing my career? So, and that's why it's important that parents understand this and then find a midway. You can't just completely wish away the fact that they need to get married when they are young so that they will be able to have children when it is safe for them. Remembering that once a woman is 30 and starts having the first child, we physicians will describe that person as an elderly primate. So in other words, you're telling the person you should have gotten a baby earlier on. And then it's because of the physiologically and biological processes going on in the body. When a woman, the best time for a woman to have her child is usually between the ages of 20 and 30. That's when, even when she's carrying a pregnancy, she might not even know that she's pregnant. She can do everything. But above that is usually a challenge. For instance, when you're looking at, when you look at the 4 things you need to consider for a woman in pregnancy, we always say make sure you don't have a baby before the age of 18 because the biological processes in the body are not mature. And then, in fact, in Nigeria, 70% of deaths come from that particular age group in maternal mortality.
But